I was like, what should I do? And then there was a protest this morning, and this all was like an idea like a day or two ago. I was like, I put an ad on Craigslist, like 10 people responded, he was the nicest, and I was like, boom, let's just make a video of like a day and like see what happens and try to get like a discussion going.
Most definitely. You also might want to check out, if you get a chance, check out Occupy New York's site. There's a Brazilian girl from there that does really interesting things. She's really about Occupy homes or whatever,
right.
And they're really trying to, because Newark's another
they
great
got
story.
kicked out, right?
Yeah, but I think they
I
just
stayed
didn't
a night
want.
over there. It was a little ghetto. I mean, it was nice, but it was.
It's a little ghetto, but I mean, there's also, I mean, it's different issues. Like the infrastructure is different, and then
when I say ghetto, I don't mean like to disparage people, but I just mean like the level of politics was low and the level of like just drama was high. That's all. Right?
No. I mean, there was definitely a lot. It definitely is ghetto, but there's different opportunities there too, because like I feel like it's more wide open, and whereas New York is, especially in Manhattan, is kind of closed, and you're going to get a lot of resistance. City's kind of a little more open to different things, and they'll kind of work with you a little more, because honestly, if you're somebody who's there doing something important, you're involving the people who are in the city, they're going to definitely be receptive to it.
They're hard hit over there.
Oh, I mean, Newark is just destroyed.
Yeah.
And then they sold the farm on like getting Prudential in there, and the Nets are going to move to Brooklyn. And I think they were kind of overreaching to have a basketball team there, because they don't have the rest of the infrastructure to really support it.
There's another narrative behind that too, like because some people would say that these professional sports teams are actually like leeches to local economies. It's like they do provide a lot of benefit, but the amount that cities and municipalities prostitute themselves in order to get them, you never really pay back that.
Well, right. I mean, I think that the thing is that in terms of what, I mean, they're a business like any other, and they should be contributing to the local economy. And it's not like I should.
But they have demands. It's sort of like a race to the bottom. Like they say, all right, which city's going to pony up the most stuff, and these cities actually like do bonds and like they actually shoulder like the.
For super expensive stadiums, and then the city doesn't get any payment back.
Have you heard the racetrack out here and over near JFK? There's a great story about that. The city put up all these bonds and paid so much money to help them develop that, and they promised so much revenue back to the community and never made it. And then usually the people who are getting money off that are the developers, the guys who are the first in the door and then the first out the door before the thing goes to shit. They never really have to see it through. And then whether it makes money or not, they made their money off the deal. And then the residents are shouldered with that. I mean, but they're going to do great in Brooklyn, so I'm not worried about that.
Oh yeah, the Nets are going to do great in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But but I mean, they also used eminent domain, which is going to come back to bite them.
Oh yeah, build that thing in Brooklyn.
Well, no. I mean, it's good that they did that, but that also brought up eminent domain, and eminent domain is something I'd like to talk to the city about. I got some ideas for the use of eminent domain, yeah, I mean, that's really what you're talking about in terms of the bondholders getting stuck for a lot of it, and private folks like profiting off it. That's kind of the story with everything right now.
You know what I'd like to see about Occupy Wall Street? Local, geographic based. I mean, first of all, get rid of that fucking name, Occupy Brooklyn, Occupy Manhattan, whatever, geographic, municipality based, and then get into like the bond market, because I mean that's what they say, like more so than the.
Right.
Yeah, they say that's the next big bubble, if not it's already going on, that and student loans, but like these markets are just ridiculous. And then also just the corruption taking place and the redevelopment agencies. If you actually get into it, there's like, it's an awesome example of like the lack of democracy and the crony capitalism that goes on.
I mean, yeah, community.
You know a little bit about that, right? Yeah.
Oh my God! I mean, there's crony capitalism and everywhere, but right now, I mean, in terms of sticking more to the positive end, I think in terms of what you were saying about like getting to bonds or whatever, like, I mean, right now, like, there's tons of stuff that's foreclosed upon, and it means the houses are sitting there empty, which means the banks kind of probably want to get rid of them. They'd like to get some deals, probably be willing to cut deals. If you got a whole bunch of them, you could get a whole bunch of deals for way cheaper, and you could even rent them out for below market rent in New York City.
See the city jumping in on that then? Like as like affordable housing programs is taking empty houses off the big books.
Oh, are they?
No, I don't know. That's what you're proposing, right?
Oh no, I was saying that we would just do it as an outside agency. Like,
we're like, I'm organizing with these anarchists out of Brooklyn and stuff, and they would say, "Well, just take the house." But
well, yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, like, we're in New York City. Like, no capital, nothing. Like, I mean, yeah, it can be done. To be honest with you, the 702 Vermont like has been very
I was gonna maybe cruise by there today.
No,
I don't know if we have enough time.
cruise by there. No, I would suggest you did. I came from there this morning.
Oh, you did? You've
Yeah.
been staying there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't stay there all the time, but I mean.
I heard they knocked down a wall because there was mold on it, but they haven't rebuilt the wall. The owners come in saying ship up or ship out.
No, I mean, there's definitely some interesting things. I think that's a great story. I mean, I would also. I don't understand how they were talking about moving a family in without having the plumbing operating. But then also in staying there too, like I thought about it too. Like we're like, oh, this thing is in such horrible shape. It was really warm. There's tons of blankets. There's extra sleeping bags, et cetera, et cetera. So for a squad, it's a pretty bougie squad.
Yeah.
There's no electricity, but like, and you definitely wouldn't want to, use the toilet fully there. But you can. But as far as like, your basic, like you can flush the toilet by pouring water down it. I mean, I stayed there last night. It was warm, and then people came by, and then like people out there, like it's Tigger, who's gotten a bad rep. They said he was doing whatever, and then it's like and there's all these other people.
Well, strong personalities. Like I have a strong personality. Like some people just.
No, yeah, they don't. They have. Okay. And to be honest with you, I feel like there's a distinct prejudice against masculine auras, where it's just like it's kind of like a backlash against
defender of the patriarchy and the. Not just teasing. Yes. I won't bait you because
patriarchs unite.
Yeah, right.
No.
Strong men's working group.
But yeah, I mean, but literally everybody who you would say has a masculine or has gotten into trouble and been like had a really bad vibe from everybody else, and it's just like, okay,
I think it takes the collective wisdom of all. So you don't want to really limit. If someone's strength is that strong personality, try to take the good and just socialize the bad. And so that's what, and we're all learning. That's why I think I was telling him the biggest the biggest teaching example we have to come out of the Occupy movement, I think, is better communication skills. And all this other stuff, like the actual pragmatic stuff, I think is tangential to just proving that people can organize in different manner, like around consensus based, and like with all these different people with these different backgrounds and skill sets. And if we could prove that that's functional, the more that we're functional and not dysfunctional, I think that's our biggest example. And that's what people were proud about in the park. They're like, all these people, where'd they come from? And they're not killing each other. Just that was the weirdest thing, I think, for people. They walked through there and it actually was organized. When like on the weekends, we'd be feeding people and everyone would be out. And like no matter what the community BS was, on Saturday, Sunday, people would be out with their butt-ins and talking with people. And we looked like a happy family that puts its dysfunction aside when it goes to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool.
I mean, most families are a little dysfunctional.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
It does happen from time to time, but better off from now. Like if we have like clearer goals, like what we're trying to do, it's gonna really help out a whole lot. And I don't know about demands necessarily, but things that we need to have happen and stuff that we're working to make sure that it happens one way or another. That's what really needs to have happen in order for us to get where we're going.
Well, I'd rather talk about even values, just so other people can like see how we're organized, and then let whatever projects come out of those values. We hold those accountable to the values, hold the people accountable to the values, so that way you can still let people dream whatever, but like just have like an idea of like the organizational principles, and then anything that fits within those.
Well, right, that's the problem. A lot of people, we don't want to be an organization. I mean, to be honest with you, if you don't want to be an organization, I don't really want to have too much to do with you. Like you gotta
What's
make
up,
sure.
Sean?
What's going on, man? Speaking of 702 Vermont.
Oh, Sean holds it down over there. I told him I keep gonna cruise by. You care if you're on camera here? We're doing a little camera thing, man.
Yeah, you just walked
I'm so sorry.
No, that's cool. I'm just wondering if you cared, because I don't want to like bug you if like.
Yeah, we about to go to a farm. I was asking.
You're about to go to a farm? When?
Yeah. Today sometime.
Really?
Yeah.
Who? Occupy Farms or?
It's another farm we have.
Yeah, we have like 20, dude. Yeah. It's like nuts. So you went to the meetings and stuff, and you're hooked up.
Yeah, why don't you interview him about 702 Vermont? I kind of want to get back to
Oh, no, go ahead, man. We're pretty much done.
Yeah,
thanks,
I'm doing interviews.
Don't worry, we're actually going to bounce. We have to hit Charlotte's place a little bit before it's down.
Okay, works.
Dude. And, thanks for your time and not being like camera shy and shit.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
So what, you're going to grab sleeping bags? You need help or something? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to grab one because Rich and the other guy got one.
For sure.
Trying to find one in the bags.
One of these days, I'll make it out to California and let you know.
Yeah, I'm about to head up to Bolivia.
Bolivia?
Yeah,
No,
Bolivia.
shut up. Really?
Yeah, she's going to help me get out there.
Dude, I'm going to Puerto Rico in a week.
Alright.
Yeah, you're going to be in Bolivia? When? How long?
I gotta get my passport first.
Dude, do it.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
You had like the best and worst luck. Like the best of luck because like he knows people who just hook him up, and the worst of luck because like once you walked 30 miles to the mountains, just saying I'm just gonna walk past. I know it's that direction. Fucking funny shit.
That was more than 70 miles.
That was more than 70 miles? Jeez. You're a freaking shaman.
You're alright about the subdivisions. They were stupid. We have to do this later after they're all sorted.
Turn on the camera real quick? Yeah, check this out, dude. I don't know why we put this up, but spread the word. If you had something taken by sanitation, have not yet claimed received it. Fine Shaz. The douche, aka penis face. This is new. This wasn't there before. But and that email address is bad, but that's funny. I think that's for archives or something. Like we
Oh yeah, that is archives.
Okay, I mean, there's plenty of other people.
You want to take a shot of this one?
Just putting it there to look at it. That one's fine.
No, I mean, I don't think it.
I'm sorry? Not many people know, but Gandhi actually coined the term OWS.
And I said that.
He sort of saw the long-term vision, Occupy Wall Street way back.